It's good, Skano from the gutter. I was recently informed that I should refrain from giving relationship advice. Anyway, so I hear there was a prison escape in Louisiana, like 12 inmates, something like that. And it's coming to light they had, inside help, which is, I guess, goes without saying if you understand these things. And it turns out, it was some female COs that help them orchestrate this prison break. And it's been a lot of commentary regarding, women even being, is it even logical to have women, occupied in these particular job forms and woo woo. But underneath that, I see it's a lot of resentment for hood dudes. And I don't just mean, because they are considered to be, you know, a detriment to the community. I'm talking about as far as jealousy with other men. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of talk coming from men, certain segment of the male demographic, that's saying that these women chase after, a certain type of it don't matter how successful you are, you know, how attractive you are, woo, these women chase. Why is it that these women will throw away? You know what the problem is? You know why a lot of, and see, this is why, you know, someone, advised me I should probably stay away from relation because I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. A lot of y'all putting too much energy into your relationship. Y'all take these women too seriously. It's like once you start putting your energy and you actually start to, like I said, take these women seriously. You already fucking up, man. And like I said, I'm no relationship guru. I've been in and out of relationships, divorced. I'm single now. So I'm the last person that should get relationship advice. They right. But it's one thing I do understand about women, and they don't, most women don't pursue the type of men that are good for them. Okay? They pursue the type of men that attract them. That's all to it, man. So if it's a gangster, if it's you know, a CEO, whatever some women pursue men that are on a down and out all the time because it's like finding a homeless puppy. You know what I'm saying? They like to bring them back home and nurse them back to health, and you know what I'm saying? The reason why women choose men, like I said before, is only known to them. So quit thinking, get this fallacy out of your mind that, just because you have all the things that you think society would deem as, you know, qualify you as, that means nothing to women, man. I'm saying at the end of the day, they're attracted to what they're attracted to. So I know why I'm bad in relationships. I figured out some things about myself, and it's not because I can't be loyal. It's just because I cannot take these women seriously, man. And maybe hood dudes figure out some things early on in their childhood or, as a, developing young man. You figure out, female nature early. You know what I'm saying? You figure out the type of, you know, men that they pursue. Not all of them, but a majority of them. And don't try to tell me that hood women are some alien species that's completely different than other women, because that's cap. You know what I'm saying? Women are women. Now, I'm not saying all women are the same, but I'm saying their nature is, for the most part, the same. We get a clear understanding of what, you know what I'm saying, from an early age. So we are not as susceptible, to the same, you know, manipulations, the same games and tactics that these women can deploy. All is to say, so, you know, and this is not degrading women or to shade women. It's just, you know, pointing out certain truths about female nature as I see it. And as I said, I'm no relationship guru. I'm not a red pill expert. I don't even, you know, this is just, my truths. So it's my belief that you men that's putting all your energy or a majority of your energy into these relationships and not focusing on your purpose, whatever that may be. And I'm not condoning criminal. I don't care what you do. If you trap, if you a professional, if you're an entrepreneur, starting with the moment you take your focus off of what your purpose is, and you make a woman the center of you, I'm telling you, she's going to at some point lose interest in you, because women are about, for the most part, you know, they want to control a man, dominate a man, and it's the challenge. That's why a lot of women will go after men that have a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? And try to make they self the main. You know what I'm saying? Or, it's an ego thing with them too. And a lot of men just do not understand female nature. You know, they are ruthless, as I said before. So, you know, I don't know why men think that we feel like we know what's best for a woman. Gonna go after who she want to go after, man, and who she want to be with. And if that happened to be a cold-blooded killer, if it happened to be a bum, a homeless dude, is you know, at the end of the day, it's her business, But y'all trying to figure out what it is they see in hood dudes, and I think, uh, and as I said, man, I'm not trying to give relationship advice. Personally, the less energy I show, in my experience, the less attention, the less energy I've shown women, the more you reel them in. You know, when you begin to focus on them, put energy into them, put them on a pedestal, I think that's where men start to veer off track. And falling in love is like the nail in the casket. You know, if you want to shatter your aura, I'm saying, I believe the most effective way to do that is to profess your love, like your complete and utter. There's nothing wrong with caring about a woman, but being in love with a woman to where you idol and pedestalize her. That's probably the most effective way to neuter your masculinity. And as I said, I'm no relationship guru, to each their own, but I do think y'all pay these women far too much. You give them way too much energy in a lot of cases. And for a woman that's not your wife, and even it got to be balanced even in a marriage. But for a woman that's not your wife, you know, But it is what it is, man. 216 Skano. You already know.